Yeah, it was a big weekend for us. Friday night, we uncharacteristically jumped out to a hot start and really executed in that first half about as well as we have all year against a team that always gives us fits, and so that was great to see. And they obviously were at home, mounted a run, and then we were able to stave them off. And so it was a great team win. And then Saturday was a little more of our formula. We seemed a little confused early, and then slowly sort of figured out as we go, and we're able to pull off a big win for our program.
And looking ahead to this weekend, final 2 games of the season, a couple wins, hopefully a couple wins, and then heading into the tournament. What do you know about Western and Fort Lewis?
Yeah, obviously, we lost to Western on the road and went to overtime with Fort Lewis without their best player, so it'll be a big challenge for us. And huge weekend, got a chance to win a conference championship, and so, we got to be able to, rally. And obviously, it was an emotional game on Saturday, and I think we all were sort of still feeling it at practice yesterday, just more emotionally than anything else, the toll it takes on you. So we got to regroup and be ready for 2 rivals that are very talented teams. Very different. Western's all perimeter based, shooting a ton of threes, stretching you out in every way possible, whereas Fort Lewis is the opposite. 2 great players inside that can physically dominate you, and so it'll be a similar challenge in that regard to Mines we had on Saturday.
Questions?
Can you kind of go through some of the emotions from over the weekend? I mean, obviously, like Coach said, you were on a high after Saturday night. You played really well Friday night. You kind of come down. How do you kind of rebalance the emotions going into this week?
Well, I feel like the coach has given us a really good game plan. He told us that obviously that game's over with now. We have 2 games coming up, obviously senior night, and pretty much just told us that Friday and Saturday we're playing for our MAC championship. So I feel like that's what our head's at right now.
And then, I feel like he's also been doing a good job all year managing our time on the court after long weekends and stuff like that. Because that was a tough 2 games. So he's taken that into account in the recovery time for early in the week.
But no extra minutes, so that's
Yeah. That's always good. Yeah, that's always good.
What kind of momentum does it give you guys going into the final 2 home games to get that big win over Mines and win up Regis as well, knowing that those are 2 solid teams and you're going into another rival game as well?
Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, so, obviously our first goal of the year is to try to compete for a regular season championship, and so that's still on the table, and we're one of only 2 teams that's on the table for. So that's pretty cool. So we got an opportunity to do it. We control our own destiny. And then our second goal is to win the tournament, and then our third goal is to see how far we can get in the NCAA tournament. And, so I think if you just kind of keep those things in mind, we haven't accomplished anything that we're after yet. And so, and the group's been great all year about doing that. And I think they'll do a great job. And just quickly, I would like to just talk about both of these guys. We will be having senior night for both of them on Saturday. Jeret is one of 2 guys that have been in the program all 3 years that I've been here, and his energy, toughness, execution, just full commitment to everything we're doing is just as good as anybody that I've ever had. And it may be his 6 cups of coffee he drinks every day, but his energy level never wavers. And you don't know if he comes in and gives us 15, 20 minutes or if he doesn't get to play. You would never have any idea, what his role was in that particular game. He's always energetic. He's always just bringing that purpose to practice and just helping the team in ways that you can't even understand fully about how important he's been. And then, Rico obviously has started all year and done a great job for us. But I just think more about his life experience and what he's gone through to get to a point where he's going to get to graduate from college, the political climate over the last 4 or 5 years and the stress that's created for him and his family, and for him to be in a position to get his degree and play such an important role. And again, some nights he plays 20 minutes and hits 2 threes in overtime that help us win. Other nights it's not the same role, and you would never have any idea. So when you look at the success our team's had, the value of your seniors and the value of these 2 guys' character is unsurpassed, and it's you can point right to that for the group's success.
David, can you kind of expand on that, kind of what things have been like for you?
Yeah, I mean, I've been dealing with a lot of a bunch of my relatives passing away back home, And I'm not really open to that, but I mean, I trusted Coach and I let him know what was going on back home. And he was always so supportive, so I'll forever be grateful for that. But yeah, he's always just helped me like off the court and then just helped my mind just stay there. So I'm really grateful for that.
And your role has changed so much. You got so much more comfortable, obviously, with the scheme and the offense this year. And, you know, it just kind of looked like you took that next level and you live in the gym when you're not studying, I'm sure.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was definitely just had to buy into the process and just trust it. Obviously, a year under my belt, under the offense and defense, just helped me for this year. So just try to work hard and then don't let anybody outwork me, and that's it.
Does beating ones at their home place, do you think that like gives you guys an extra boost of confidence among the automatic tournament's going to be played there?
Yeah, I think that for sure. I mean, it was the last team in the league we hadn't played, and we'd beaten everybody but Western. So I think obviously anytime you've beaten somebody, it gives you confidence. And then the way the season played out, where we weren't ever able to play them, and they were undefeated, and we beat them in the conference tournament championship a year ago. And so, you know, we know they're one of the elite teams in the league year in and year out. So, yeah, I think it absolutely, everything you do continues to build or break down your confidence depending on how you go about it. And, you know, we should be a very confident group right now, but obviously understanding the challenges ahead, it's not like we've been blowing people out. We know every night's going to be a battle.
Guys, with coming in against Western, it's a rivalry anyway, and you know they're the one team that has beaten you. Does that, you just try to forget about that, just focus on the game plan, and you want just a little bit of revenge on that loss?
I wouldn't say so much revenge as we just want another shot at them, seeing as, you know, that's our one loss on the season. We definitely want to, you know, take that back from them at home on senior night. So I think that's mainly what we're looking at, is coming out and just playing strong at home.
And obviously the challenge of if their guards are on, it's a very tough team to defend. You know, you obviously have to defend those perimeter guys. What's the key to making them have a bad night shooting?
Obviously, it was something that Coach has been talking to us all practice, just make sure we have full closeouts, you know, run them off the three-point line. And then, I don't know, just play solid defense like we have all season.
And then, like you talked about earlier, Fort Lewis and Western has they run two completely different games. How do you guys kind of practice for that and within the week having those games back-to-back?
Yeah, I mean, it is something we have to deal with every week, and so we've gotten into a pretty good routine. We try to focus on ourselves more than anything on Mondays. Tuesdays have been very light, and then Wednesdays, Thursdays, we just kind of work on splitting up and communicating what the game plan is, tweaking it based on how they handle the things we're doing, and just kind of splitting our time between the two on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Because, you know, in my old league, we always had a day, we played Friday, Sunday, so on that Saturday we could really focus more on that second opponent. But we've really got to a point where we're pretty much just splitting practice between the two teams. So we just got to be able to flip against different styles and be able to make those adjustments, and the guys have done a good job all year with that.
All right, question of the week. Favorite potato chip?
Oh, man.
I got that one out of the gate because I gave it up for Lent. So those Boulder Valley chips from Sam's are killing me. The bag is huge, and I go through like a whole bag a day. It's terrible. So we had to stop buying those.
I'll take the barbecue chips. Those are my favorite ones.
I might be alone on this, but I'm a big fan of the Lay's baked, honestly. I'm a big fan.
That's why you're so fit.
Yeah.